Be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, what's up, guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling. This is my Smackdown live review. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to leave a thumbs up like that. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, where both links are down below. Or right below you there in the video, right there. Like, actually, it's on this side. But anyway, right down the display right below you. That's where you get to keep up to date with me on my channel. Tell your friends and family and come and join the Venom Nation Wrestling here on YouTube. I've been thinking about, guys. I've been thinking about it. If you guys want me to go live after every single Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-views, NXT, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to go live after every event. If you guys want to see it, I'll do it. Just give me the okay, because I'm really thinking about doing it, because, you know, you guys are waiting maybe like a couple hours after, you know, the show ends, and, you know, probably by that time you maybe watch somebody else's video. So let me know what you think about that. The only thing is, it's gonna take me a while to really get a range here, so I may be able to start doing it probably by next week. So probably next Monday. If you guys want to see that, let me know. So that'll be one thing that I think will be good for the channel if I start going live after every show, and that way I get to communicate with you guys as well, for sure. So that'll be fun, where I can answer your questions real time. But yeah, also as well, be sure to subscribe. As I mentioned, daily videos here on the channel. You know, there's been some breaking news about the whole Hardy situation. There's some news about that. I may be covering that on Fridays, Getting Over podcast. On Saturdays, we got top 10s. You know, so tomorrow we have NXT. So there's a lot of stuff on the channel if you guys are new. So be sure to click that subscribe button, and so you don't want to miss out on anything that I'm doing here on this channel. So, but tonight's SmackDown was fucking good. I want to say it's great because Raw was so shitty last night. You know, but tonight, if I have to get SmackDown, probably have to give maybe a 7.5, you know? Probably about 7.5 out of 10. Last night's Raw was so fucking horrible. I had to probably give it maybe a 1.5, maybe 2. But everything that SmackDown did tonight, I really have not really much complaints about it. Very nitpicky type of stuff to complain about. But let's get into the review here. This is the SmackDown, the first SmackDown of the Jinder Mahal era as WWE Champion. I can't believe I'm fucking saying that. I still can't believe the guy won. But I will say this. And I just keep seeing him, man. I'm like, the more that I look at Jinder Mahal in that suit with his stature, just because he has a great size as well. He looks like a fucking beast in that shit with the turban on, with the WWE Championship draped over his shoulder, with the look on his face like he's smelling shit 24/7, like the face of Jinder Mahal makes. The more I look at it, the more I think he looks the part. I can't believe I'm saying this. The more that I look at him in the suit, the more I look at just the whole get up of him, like the way that he's being treated right now, the more I think he looks the part. I can't believe I'm saying that. Right now, I am for Jinder Mahal being WWE Champion. Like I said, after my Backlash review, I said I don't know how I feel about Jinder Mahal as champion. You know, after letting it simmer for 48 hours just about, and, you know, just letting it all happen, and, you know, rewatching the match, and, you know, seeing his interviews afterwards, and how he's carrying himself as champion, he looks like a WWE champion. I can't believe I'm saying it. He looks like a WWE champion. Now, for him looking like a WWE champion, and for him to be, you know, actually being a great champion or a good champion, that's remain to be seen. But as of right now, he looks the part. He looks the part. I'm just saying that he looks the part. Especially after tonight with this whole celebration that he's had. Like, I think he definitely does look the part, in my opinion. But be that as it may, tonight's SmackDown comes from us from Toledo, Ohio. And basically the way that SmackDown begins is with Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, basically You hear a bunch of police sirens and things of that nature. They cut to the camera backstage. You see a police escort making its way to the arena there in Toledo. The same brothers hop out of the car just like how they did at the pay-per-view. They hop out of a black SUV. They grab they grab like a carpet. I guess like a I don't want to say sacred, but like a carpet that a high-ranking individual in India will probably step on when they. I don't know the culture in India, so you guys let me know if you are from India or if you are Indian descent. Let me know if that's a thing for like celebrities, things of that nature, where they do step on a particular type of carpet. But yeah, he steps out of the car, with the WWE Championship, looking beast in the all black suit and the black turban, and just him. Like I said, he looks like he's smelling shit the entire time. It's like, you know what I mean? So, like I said, he looks like the part, guys. I can't, I don't want to bullshit you guys. I think he looks like the part right now. Jinder Mahal starts off with tonight's SmackDown. So, there was no promo that it was just showing him arriving to the arena. Shane starts off in the ring tonight and says how history was made at Backlash with the WWE title change. Shane announces that Randy Orton will get his rematch at Money in the Bank from St. Louis. So, is Randy Orton going to win his title back in St. Louis, or is WWE yet again going to go with the hometown jinx? That's going to be a great talking point for many people like myself here on YouTube. He also announces the Money in the Bank ladder match, which of course is going to happen at Money in the Bank. And he said that it was going to be 5 participants. The 5 participants was going to be AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, before Shinsuke Nakamura came out, Kevin Owens came out to the ring. And he was, he says that Shane halts the production truck and says, Kevin Owens, you know that you're not one of the participants. Then basically Shane introduces the 5th participant, Shinsuke Nakamura. Kevin Owens, he just basically goes in a range and says, he can't believe that there's 5 people in this match. He understands why guys like Nakamura and Sami are in the match since they won their matches at Backlash, which even though, and I like little things like this, he hates Sami Zayn's guts. Nakamura is a face. Kevin Owens is, this dastardly heel. I appreciate that Kevin Owens or, WWE or, whoever came up with that decided to say, hey, go out there and say, I understand why. I don't like Sami Zayn. I don't like Nakamura, but I understand why they're in the match since they won their matches. I won my match at Backlash, but I'm not in the match. How does that make fucking sense? So basically, long story short, Shane ends up agreeing with Kevin Owens and puts him in as the 6th participant in the match. Baron Corbin gets on the mic, and everybody gets on the mic at this point. We hear from Corbin, we hear from AJ, we hear from Ziggler, we hear from Zayn, and we hear from Nakamura as well. So basically, long story short, Shane sets up matches because there was bickering back and forth between Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn. So Shane announces a rematch for tonight from a Backlash between Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn, which I liked. It wasn't just like, hey, this match is booked. I like when SmackDown does, I actually like when anybody in wrestling does this, but Raw doesn't do this shit. If this was Monday Night Raw, the match would already be booked. It would already been booked. They wouldn't have an explanation. They wouldn't have like a little build up to this rematch here. So basically, Corbin and Sami Zayn was having an altercation with each other. And Shane was like, okay, well, let's make a rematch tonight since you guys are still at each other's throats. Let's make a rematch tonight. If this was Monday Night Raw, if the match already been booked, there would have been no explanation there for that. There's been like, oh, we're having a rematch tonight. And even though the rematch happened, it technically happened, but it didn't really happen tonight. So, which I also, again, liked. Also, as well, Shane makes a main event tonight, a huge main event, of Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't know if you guys got the feeling. Let me know if you guys got this feeling. Nakamura and AJ standing right next to each other. Boner. Wetness in your pants. If you know what I'm saying. Like, I just felt that. I felt that with Nakamura and Styles all night tonight. Even at the end of the show, they were face off against each other. Like they were still like, they were like just talking to each other, but you see that face off, it's like, oh my god, man. Just please, WWE, try to hold off. Try to hold this shit off for another 10 months. It's gonna be fucking hard as hell. But hold this off for another 10 months, please, so we can get to have this shit at WrestleMania, man. That would be fucking amazing. For them to try to hold off for at least 10 months between Nakamura and Styles. They do not need to wrestle each other. I don't want to see them in any type of altercation against each other. Tag team matches, I'm fine with, because you got a limited roster, and you know they're gonna have the interaction with each other anyway, regardless. Obviously, we're gonna have to face that interaction at Money in the Bank, but it's in a, you know, it's in a with 6 or with 4 of them in, actually, with those two make it 6. So I'm very two ways about it, but there's a way around it. If they're gonna be in the match to get each other, it's gonna happen. They're gonna have some type of some type of spots together in the ring. I just hope it's very limited. Like, I just hope it's where that Styles and Nakamura, they face each other off. That you get maybe Corbin and Ziggler to break it up. You know what I mean? They start wrestling each other for maybe about like 30 seconds. You know, get a little sneak peek, a little taste. You know what I mean? They have Owens break it up or something. I want to see that. Okay, I do want to see that, but just don't give us too much. Do not give us too much. We're gonna see it. Since we are gonna see it, give us a little bit of it. I don't want a lot of Styles and Nakamura. Make us wait for it. Make us wait and crave for it, and the match will be that much over once we finally get it in its full form and to hope WrestleMania. I'm hoping WrestleMania. Are we going to get WrestleMania? Who knows, guys? Who fucking knows at this point? It may be Cena versus Nakamura. It may be, it may be Corbin versus Nakamura. It just may be something random. It may be Cena versus Corbin for all we know. Maybe WWE says, fuck you. It's not going to be for the title. But hey, we will give you Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles for a non-title match. I will still be fine with it. I don't give a shit. As long as I see Nakamura versus AJ, whether it's for the title or not, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the main thing is to get Nakamura and AJ in front of each other at WrestleMania. Period. So after that, we get a tag team match of Becky and Charlotte versus the Welcoming Committee. Decent women's match. Wasn't great. Wasn't horrible, but it was a decent women's match. Really nothing to go over here. I'm going to get more into later on what the end game is going to be with these women here for this match. Or I believe is it going to be at it's going to be sometime, it's going to be next week, I believe. Actually, it's going to be next week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if my notes are correct here. Becky Lynch puts the disarmor on Carmella and Carmella taps out. Natalya was in the match as well, and Naomi and Tamina was both outside for both respective teams. Baron Corbin versus Sami Zayn. Before this match even begins, it already ended. Sami Zayn wins with a roll-up. The match was probably like 35 seconds at most. It was that quick. Now, again, even though we had the match, even though we had the rematch, this segment with Baron Corbin afterwards, he gets his heat back like that. He gets his heat back immediately. He blindsides Sami Zayn. He basically just booted him and basically dumped him onto the outside. He's tossing him over the fucking timekeeper's table. Timekeeper's barricade, rather. And basically, he's just fucking, wailing on Sami Zayn. And basically, he gets to, one of the corners of the ring. Or one of the corners of the barricade where the fans sit at. And he was just hitting him with the elbows. Backhand, really, though, because he obviously wasn't him with the elbows. But hitting him with the elbows, and Sami Zayn has to get taken out with some medical attention. He was put on a stretcher, and he is out of commission here. Now, I would like to say that Sami Zayn is going to be gone next week, maybe 2 weeks, and he'll come back next week or some shit to interfere in Baron Corbin's match. I can't see Sami Zayn coming back for at least a week. At least we don't have him on TV for at least 1 week, because if he comes back next week, it does not make any sense. So, after that, we see a promo backstage with Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. Boner was personified here. AJ says that they go way back. They were on top in the world of Japan, and they earn each other's respect. But tonight, for the first time ever, they are a tag team. And he has to admit he learned a thing or two from Nakamura in Japan. But tonight, he wants Nakamura to follow his lead. Nakamura says that they are a team, but at Money in the Bank, he's taking that contract and turning AJ's house, because he says this is my house or whatever, you know, how's AJ Styles always puts it. And he said he's going to turn it into his playground. And basically, Nakamura walks off. After this one here, we got a Fashion File segment. This one was titled The Final File. Basically, the precinct was basically backstage. And Shane McMahon actually comes up and, or he was backstage already. And basically, Tyler Breeze and Fandango walks in. And, you know, they have a box with all their costume stuff in it. And basically, Fandango, you know, wonders, yeah, or not really Fandango, but Fandango and Tyler Breeze, rather, I should say, they both try to hand in their badges. And McMahon asks them, you know, they're not real cops, and Fandango says, you know, his dad says that too. So that a little funny nugget there by Fandango. His fucking humor is fucking great. Tyler asks if he wants him to turn in his guns too. Shane McMahon was like, no, you don't gotta do, but it's water guns. So pretty funny stuff there. And basically Shane says, you know what? Hey, both of you guys you're gonna have one-on-one matches tonight against the Usos. So that's what happened there with that segment. So we're gonna see Fandango and Tyler Breeze both take on the Usos in singles competition later on in the show. After that, we get Jinder Mahal with a Punjabi Championship celebration. I thought the celebration was pretty fucking cool. I liked the little the little celebration that they had. You know, the little opening. You know, with the Punjabi people. You know, banging their drums and doing their having their little flags or whatnot. So that was cool to see. I mean, I'm fond of stuff like that. I like going to parades and shit like that. So, I just like seeing stuff like that. One of my nitpicks of the show, the Singers come out and they were dancing, but I wanted them to do the Bollywood Boys dance when they're like hopping to the ring, crouched over. I want to see it. We didn't get to see it. I'm okay with it. Nitpicky though, I understand. Jinder Mahal comes out looking like a fucking beast again, with the suit and the WWE title. Everything just matches him, so well. He comes out and says that the people can shower him with hatred, but that doesn't change the fact that 1.3 billion people in India are celebrating his WWE Championship. I doubt everyone in India is celebrating here, but fans don't like Jinder Mahal. He's actually getting some legitimate heat, which is refreshing to see. Most casuals hate Jinder Mahal. Okay. But basically, he says that the fans didn't believe that he could beat Randy Orton at Backlash, and I was one of those believers as well. So he has every right to say that. Or not really that for him to beat him, that he was booked to win. So let me rephrase what I'm saying here. I don't want to sound like a total mark here. I didn't realize that Jinder Mahal was gonna beat Randy Orton. No, you're booked to win. But anyway, be that as it may, he was in line at all the fools. It says Orton is on the decline, where he is on the rise. Mahal declares himself as the greatest WWE champion of all time. And he says, if the universe thinks he's gonna ruin and hijack his celebration, this is his celebration. And after that, he celebrates for India and tells everybody, he starts speaking Punjabi as well to the people of India. So Jinder Mahal celebration ends with fireworks and pop, everything, and no Randy Orton tonight, which is very interesting because, since he has his rematch anyway, Randy Orton, I'm kind of okay not seeing him tonight. Want to see him next week. Want to see on how they're gonna build this storyline up to Money in the Bank. So yeah, that's what we got in that segment there, which I'm, it wasn't like fantastic, like, oh my god, greatest thing ever, but it was all right. It was okay. I mean, I just think that Mahal needs to come up with a better promo and say, you people boo me because I look different. You people boo me because of my nose. You people boo me because because I have back knee. Like, you know what I mean? But whatever. So, it was okay for what it was. We saw Nerlana debut. She's coming soon to SmackDown. I don't know when the hell she's coming, guys. I'm more patient than most people are with these type of things. Like I said, I say give it till this week or maybe 2 weeks after that. If we don't have any indication when she's coming in with the next 2 weeks, okay, then we can complain. But I'm still, whatever. We're still waiting on it. I mean, I'm not in a hurry to see Lana, whatever. So she's coming. I'm more patient than most people, but let me know what you think about that in the comments. We come back from commercial break, and we see the Usos coming out to the ring. Tyler Breeze is out with Fandango for his one-on-one match. Basically, the Uso, didn't look interested. He takes the mic and basically says that, we already beat these guys at fucking Backlash. Why are we having this match here tonight? Basically, match begins. Fandango shoots a water gun, I believe it was at Jey Uso. And basically, Breeze rolls up Jey Uso and gets the quick win. Just like that second roll-up of the night. After that, we saw Jimmy Uso. He gets in the ring. He basically gets all fucking mad or whatnot. And it's Jimmy Uso versus Fandango. The bell rings. Uso immediately goes to work on Fandango, whipping him hard into the turnbuckle. And pretty much Breeze gets chased around the ring with Jey Uso, distracting both Usos. And he decks Jey as Fandango rolls up Jimmy off the distraction for an easy win. So that's 3 roll-ups for the night. Which all of them made sense. So, I'm not really fond for roll-ups in wrestling, but this all makes sense. After the match ends, now this is where I like this. If this was the end game, I am for it. Instead of just calling tonight, hey, let's just do a tag team rematch, because Monday Night Raw would do that. Monday Night Raw would just be like, hey, Hardy's versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Like, for example, night after WrestleMania or whatnot. Well, let's just have a fucking rematch for the WWE tag team, Raw tag team titles. I don't even remember if they did a fucking rematch or the night after Raw. I don't believe they did, but that's what Monday Night Raw does at times. Like, you remember when fucking last year's WrestleMania was Zack Ryder won the fucking ladder match, but has a match against The Miz the night after defending his title. Fucking stupid. So if this was the end game to have 2 singles matches, to have the referee, talk to the Usos and the Usos say, yeah, let's defend our fucking titles, because Fandango was, he got on the mic and, pretty much says that they want the Usos right now for our tag team title match. Referee gets on the fucking headset, talks to production truck. This segment was fucking beautiful. If you love details in wrestling on what happened here, you will love this here, because I loved it. Basically, they they were talking to Usos, and the referee gets on the headset, and they made the match official. Good stuff, WWE. We had a match between Breezango and the Usos for the tag team titles, as I mentioned. Decent match. Match ends with basically Fandango. He does the Tennessee Jam or the leg drop from the top rope, and Jimmy Uso was on the other corner. So if you're like on the same side, like horizontally, one corner over here was fucking Fandango, the other corner was Jey Uso, right? Basically, Fandango did the leg drop onto Jey. Jimmy Uso immediately jumped off the top rope and hits the splash on Fandango for the 1-2-3 pinfall. And the Usos are still your tag team champions. I will suspect that we may see a rubber match. Well, it's not really a rubber match because they lost both times, but I think we may get one more rematch at Money in the Bank. And I think at that time, we may see new tag team champions with the Fashion Police. That is my prediction. Let me know what you think about that down below. After that, we got Shane's backstage afterwards. Natalya walks in, and she wants her title shot. for the women's title. James Ellsworth and Carmella are in. You know, they're making their case. So everybody's coming in making their case for the women's championship. Becky was in there, Charlotte was in there, Tamina, and everything, and everybody wants their shot for the women's championship. So next week, we're gonna begin a fatal 5-way elimination match, and the winner faces Naomi at Money in the Bank. Well, Charlotte's gonna win, so that's all we need to know about that. But again, if this was the end game to determine the number one contendership, I like it. You know what I mean? Like they just. Now they're going to completely disband the welcoming committee now, maybe. We'll see. I don't fucking know. But yeah. But that is going to happen at Money in the Bank between the winner of this Fatal 5-Way Elimination match, which I'm predicting Charlotte is going to win, versus Naomi at Money in the Bank. But I may be wrong. We may see Natalya versus Naomi because I like that fucking dynamic too, so. Main event, we got Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. Decent main event, guys. Pretty good TV main event. I like the dynamic between all four men, of course. Nakamura with Owens in the ring was fucking good to see. I definitely want to see these guys more in the ring against each other here. You know, basically Owens doing the fucking cannonball on Nakamura. You know, Nakamura doing the the good vibrations on fucking Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? So good stuff. Good stuff here in the main event. Basically, the way this main event is that pretty much, and this main event was long as shit, too. And, speaking of long, well, I don't know what I'm thinking about. I don't know what kind of segue is that. They are now starting utilizing the picture-in-picture now with the ads versus having the in-ring action. They did not do it for the main event, which I am kind of trying to guess on if WWE can't do the picture-in-picture for maybe the final 30 minutes, or maybe for the final match, or maybe they can only do the picture-in-picture so many times each week. I'm gonna find out the details eventually about this here, but it could be one of those things. It could be that WWE can only use the picture-in-picture so many times a week, because we've seen it tonight with the women's tag team match, and we also saw it with what was the other match that we saw it with? We saw it with another match, too. Was it the tag team title match? I believe it was the tag team title match. Yeah, it was the tag team title match that we saw with that, too. With that picture-in-picture. But we did not get it from the main event. So it makes me wonder if WWE can only use that picture-in-picture so many times every, pretty much every week. Or if they can't use it for the last 30 minutes. Because that's when the main event started happening. Because the main event it took 30 minutes. Or if, or basically they're just getting dictated from the fucking ad company. So we'll find out about that sooner or later. But basically the main event, like I said, a pretty good TV main event. The match ends with Kevin Owens getting pinned by Shinsuke Nakamura after the Kinshasa. So very decent main event, good main event to end the show. Nakamura and Styles celebrating the ring after the show ends, and they were having a little stare down just to fucking tease us with possibly a one-on-one match of AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in the future. Alright, guys, that is it for me. I liked it. I liked what I saw tonight, and it's definitely something that's that hopefully we're gonna see again sometime soon with a good show like that. Way better than Monday Night Raw. I don't know if I'm overrating the show because Monday Night Raw was that bad, or SmackDown was actually that good, or maybe a mixture of both. But guys, let me know what you think about the show down below, guys. I am going to go ahead and get out here. If you guys want to see live streams on this channel instead of these videos here, produced videos here after the show ends, I think that would be better overall. I get to answer your questions live. I'm leaning heavily towards it. Just needs a little bit of feedback from you guys, to see if that's something that you want to see here for this channel. But guys, that's it for me. If you do like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, daily content here on my channel. Go check out my Raw review, which was pretty fucking horrible. Check out my other reviews as well, including Backlash and NXT TakeOver Chicago. And also go check out my UK Championship Special video as well, which is all up live on the channel. Try and make this as big as I can, guys. I need you guys to help me make it as big as we possibly can here for Venom Nation Wrestling. Guys, that's it. You guys have a great night. Peace out.